Covert, let's think about this for a minute. Now, wouldn't what you said also apply to Tommy Sotomayor? Everyday people did the exact thing you described people doing to Tyra to Tommy, and you Covert championed anytime Tommy fell on his face. But here is the difference between Tommy and Tyra. Tommy, I think we can all agree that he didn't hide his intentions when it came to YouTube, and I think we can also agree that Tommy actually had business relationships with TV personalities. Essentially, Tommy was building a brand, if you will, certainly in a really fucked up way and manner, but nevertheless Tommy was trying to build a business and people intentionally tried to destroy him daily. Did he deserve it? Probably more than likely. Now Tyra on the other hand came to YouTube way before Tommy, but Tyra. His sole intentions from day one was to get money for his fake lawsuits against the city of Indianapolis, Indiana, based on cases that Tyra was found guilty of. Not only was Tyra seeking donations for something that was false and would never come to fruition, Tyra was also charging people for legal advice and consultations, which is highly illegal and all sorts of fucked up considering Tyra didn't complete grade school and reads everything like it's a fucking Dr. Seuss Mother Goose cat in the goddamn hat book. So one may argue that you would be pretty stupid to give money to someone who you know isn't an attorney or lawyer. And I would agree 100%. I would also agree that no one should have donated to Tommy for that weak, whack-ass documentary. But even though that documentary was bullshit, and it certainly wasn't what people paid for, it was a documentary produced by Tommy Sotomayor. Unlike Tyra, who has received donations and hasn't produced shit but threats towards black women who gave him money for legal advice. The very same black women that Tyra claimed he was defending. So I would have to ask, is 50% of something better or equal to 50% of nothing? And as far as your mentioning of Tyra and his mental state, well, it's quite obvious Tyra is not all there, and I'll agree Tyra is a drunk as well as a drug addict. See, Tyra lives in this fantasy world where Tyra is the king and he has all the power, hence why he blocks anyone who disagrees with him. Because in real life Tyra knows he is uneducated, despite having a law library full of outdated law books. But whether or not Tyra is mentally challenged, which he is due to being the epitome of a crack baby, it's ultimately been Tyra's disillusional decision to stick his nose in anyone and everyone's business with his 10-hour breakdowns that turn into Tyra getting drunk and going on tangents that usually end with him threatening to blow someone's face off. I mean, you yourself made videos addressing Tyra and his bullshit issues in 2019. So now I have to ask you, Covert, why are you acting as if you had no inclination of Tyra and his fuckery on YouTube? And why should anyone have any sympathy for Tyra? Do you have sympathy for people who get hit by cars because they were playing in the street? No, because no one forced them to play in the street, which makes them getting hit by a car their own fucking fault.